There you go. Just relax. Focus on the watch and listen to the sound of my voice. Just let go. Feeling no stress. There you go. Letting it all just wash off your back. Feels good, doesn't it? Just breathe nice and deep, nice and relaxed, letting go of all cares, all concerns, feeling nothing but the desire to just let go, relax, and sleep. That's right. Just find yourself drifting into a nice, peaceful, wonderful state of relaxation. It feels good, doesn't it? It feels so good to just let go, to just relax. Just keep following the watch, listen to the sound of my voice, and I will take you there. Just let go. Just free your mind. Just let your mind go. And I'll slip right inside and I will take control. And I will help you from here. So just relax and let go. Feel yourself relaxing more and more, letting go with every passing moment. Letting go of every care, every worry, every stress, every concern. Just gone, disappears, wisps away. That's right. Feeling nothing but the sound of my voice inside your mind. Letting go. That's right. And as you focus on my watch and listen to my voice, you feel your eyelids getting heavier and heavier. Heavier and heavier, heavier and heavier, heavier and heavier. That's right. So just let go, relax, unwind, and just let go. And then when I count from 3 to 1, your eyelids will get so heavy that they'll close and shut out the light and drop 20 times deeper into a deep, powerful, wonderful state of hypnosis. Starting with 3, deeper and deeper, more and more relaxed, more and more asleep. 2, deeper and deeper, barely keeping your eyes open, barely keeping your eyes open. And 1, deep sleep, deep sleep. Close your eyes all the way down, all the way down. And the deeper you go, the better you feel, and the better you feel, the deeper you go. Deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper, deeper, deeper. And in just a moment, I'm going to count from 1 to 3. When I reach number 3, your eyes will open. Be wide awake, refreshed, and relaxed, and of course you'll plunge 20 times deeper every time I say deep sleep, and you will drop 20 times deeper when I say deep sleep every time. So starting with 1, coming up, 2, and 3, wide awake, wide awake. There you go. Go ahead and shake that out. I know that probably felt a little weird. Deep sleep, 20 times deeper, 20 times deeper, 20 times deeper. The deeper you go, the better you feel, and the better you feel, the deeper you go, deeper and deeper. Deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper, and deeper and deeper. And now coming up 1, coming up 2, and 3, wide awake, there you go. Open your eyes, there you go. And deep sleep, 20 times deeper, 20 times deeper, 20 times deeper. And the deeper you go, the better you feel, and the better you feel, the deeper you go, deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper. And the deeper you go, the better you feel, and the better you feel, the deeper you go. And the more you pay, the better you feel, and the better you feel, the more you pay. Now coming back up 1, coming up 2, and 3, wide awake, there you go. There you go, feeling better. And deep sleep, 20 times deeper, 20 times deeper, 20 times deeper. Deeper and deeper, 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 all the way down, and 1 coming up, and 2 coming up, and 3, there you go, wide awake, open your eyes, wide awake, and deep sleep, 20 times deeper, 20 times deeper, 20 times deeper, and the deeper you go, the better you feel, and the better you feel, the deeper you go, deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper, and the more you pay, the better you feel, and the better you feel, the more you pay. Absolutely amazing, absolutely wonderful. All the way down to the bottom. All the way down to the bottom. And in just a moment, I'm going to give you some suggestions. And as you listen to my suggestions, they're going to feel so powerful. They're going to feel so profound. They're going to feel so true and necessary as you've never felt before. Every word that you're going to hear is going to feel so real, so vivid. Now, in this, what we're going to do is I'm going to have you imagine that you are in a very specific scenario. We are going to enact a wonderful little tale that you might recall, and it's called Alice in Wonderland. That's right. So, in this little escapade, you are Alice. Now, of course, in this scenario, you're wearing exactly what you expect to be wearing. Yeah, that's right. That's right. So now, take a nice deep breath in. Let it out. Relax. There you go. All right, Alice. So now, I want you to see very clearly in your mind that it is a beautiful, warm, sunny day. And you are out in the middle of a park. It may be a park you're familiar with. It may not be. But what matters is that it's a beautiful day with only a few clouds in the sky. Beautiful temperature. Couldn't be any sunnier. All the colors around you are as vivid and bright as you can imagine them. You're sitting at the base of a tree. Can you feel the bark rubbing up against you? And it's such a lazy afternoon, isn't it? Such a lazy, sleepy summer afternoon. And it feels absolutely lovely, doesn't it? And then you look over to your left, and that's when you see curled up beside you is your cat. Your cat, Dinah, of course. Now you're more than welcome to reach out and give Dinah a few pets. I'm sure Dinah would absolutely love it. There you go. So just continue to just sit against that tree, feeling the warmth of the summer sun peeking through the canopy. And you can just smell that outdoor air. And it feels absolutely lovely, doesn't it? Now, of course, how else does our story begin? You hear some rustling in the grass nearby. You look over to your right, and that's when you see him. A little white rabbit wearing a waistcoat and a watch. That very same white rabbit. And he's holding a pocket watch in his little paw. He looks at the watch. And that's when you hear him say something. Oh dear, I shall be too late. And that's when you see he starts running. Of course, you've never seen a rabbit wear clothes before, have you? No, you haven't. Well, as lazy as summer afternoons as must be, of course, it's your job to go chase after this white rabbit, isn't it? So go ahead and get up. There you go. Find yourself standing up, and now you're going to follow that white rabbit. And you see he's running across this big open field and heading straight for a tree line not far away. You start to jog after him, and you can feel just how much of a thrill that you feel as you're chasing this little white rabbit. As he ducks into the shadows, you're not far behind. And that's when you see that he has rounded a corner under a tree, under an embankment, where he seems to have disappeared. You follow him around the corner, and that's when you see the rabbit hole right there. A very large rabbit hole. In fact, there's only one way to find out what happened to the white rabbit now, isn't there? But of course, you just are so very curious. In fact, one might say curiouser and curiouser, aren't you, Alice? So you find yourself getting down on your hands and knees and crawling inside. It might be a bit of a tight fit. You feel the cool, damp earth rubbing up against you. You might feel some getting in your hair, maybe smudging your clothes a little bit. But you simply have to find that white rabbit as you keep crawling in further and deeper into the hole. It gets darker and darker, and suddenly you're falling. You're falling. And yet, you're not scared. No. In fact, you're not so much falling as you're drifting, are you? Yeah, it's almost like you're floating down. Of course, it's just so dark that you can barely see anything. But all you know is that you're not falling as fast as you normally would. And as you continue to fall, just go ahead and let your mind wander. After all, here you are in a hole in the earth. And of course, if you're falling down into the earth, then that might mean that you might go all the way to the center of the earth. Of course, it's so dark down here. Maybe there's bats. But, ooh, suppose bats are something that your cat Dinah would be interested in eating. After all, bats are like mice with wings, right? Do cats eat bats? Do cats eat bats? Do cats eat bats? Do bats eat cats? Do rats eat bats? You find yourself getting so dizzy as you keep going deeper and down, 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 drifting down, drifting down. And you find your head is getting a little fuzzier and getting a little dizzier. But of course, that's just a side effect of visiting Wonderland, a world where there is no logic. So you keep drifting down and drifting down, and your world is spinning around you, kind of to the point where it's almost like you barely even know who you are anymore. That's right. It's getting so confusing. After all, you were you this morning, weren't you? Of course you were. Of course you were you. But now here you are. So who are you now? Could you be someone else that you know? Maybe you could be one of those other people that maybe you spend time with. It doesn't seem right, does it? Maybe you're someone else? Or could you be somebody else? Or maybe you are someone else and you just don't know it. Well, the more you try to think about these things, I'm sure the more confusing it gets. So just go ahead and just keep tumbling down that rabbit hole and just try to sort through your thoughts as best you can. I know how hard it is. In fact, it's probably downright impossible. But there's no more time to think about that, because now you're standing. You're not even falling anymore. No, you're just standing right in the middle of a long hallway. And you can see everything fairly well. It's dim, but you can see. So go ahead and start walking down the hallway. There you go. The proportions might be a little small and a little twisted, but you weren't sure what to expect, were you? After all, you could barely remember who you were just a few moments ago. So I'm sure you just take everything in stride at this point. And at the end of this hallway, that's when you find the door. Of course, it's such a small door. In fact, perfectly rabbit-sized. And here you are, not rabbit-sized. Now, of course, to follow the white rabbit, you must go through this door. So go ahead and try to open the door. Try. And only now you're realizing the door's locked. Go ahead. Try as hard as you can. Yeah, that's locked, and it's locked tight. Well, what are we going to do? Well, what I suggest is looking at that table right behind you. Go ahead and take a look at that table. I'm sure you probably thought it wasn't there before, but clearly it was. It's not like anyone just put it there. And that's when you notice a special little bottle just sitting right there. Go ahead and take a close look at that bottle and see the label. The label, of course, says, "Drink me." Now, of course, this might make you a little wary. After all, you don't just see things sitting around saying, "Drink me." I'm sure you might have taken the time to try to look for the poison label, because after all, if one drinks a bottle marked poison, it's most likely to be, well, it will catch up with you sooner or later, of course. But of course, you don't see anything saying poison. No, of course not. It just says, "Drink me." Well, bottoms up, shall we? So just go ahead and take a drink. There you go. Just go ahead and set it back on the table. How was it? Did it taste well? I'm sure you liked it. But now, the table looks bigger than it did before, didn't it? In fact, the door seems bigger than it did, didn't it? Wait a minute. You're getting smaller, aren't you? You see the walls are getting taller and everything's shrinking down. You're shrinking down and down and down as everything gets so much bigger until you are no bigger than just 3 inches tall. Just 3 inches tall. Now let's head on over to that door again. Well, can you believe it? You're just the perfect size to walk through the door. Look at that. You're the perfect size. But that's when it dawned on you. The door's locked. Now, how are you going to get through a locked door when you're the right size, but the door's locked? My suggestion? I grab the key that you have. Key? You don't have the key, do you? Oh, don't tell me you left the key on the table. Go ahead, look. Can you see it? Yeah, you left the key on the table. Oh my goodness, how are you going to get up there now? Well, if I were you, and I'm not, so I wouldn't, but I would take a look at that little plate right over there at your feet. Can you see it? Can you see all those little cookies on it? Yep. In fact, go ahead and pick up one of those cookies and take a good look at it. Probably looks like a nice sweet little sugar cookie. And on it you see, "Eat me" written on it. Well, you have all sorts of snacks inviting you to indulge, aren't you? So go ahead and take one bite out of this cookie. Now, you're going to find that the effects are much more profound and much more immediate. As you find yourself, you're now growing. And you're growing and growing, but you're growing bigger than how you started out. In fact, you're starting to fill out the hallway. You find you're bumping the table and knocking it off the side, and the key just got knocked over. My goodness, you're getting bigger, and everything's getting smaller and more cramped, and you're getting bigger and bigger. You feel your head bumping the ceiling, and at last, you've hit 20 feet tall. Look how small everything is around you. My goodness, you're positively huge. My goodness. How is this? Well, you're just trying to follow the white rabbit and bottles and cookies and shrink growing. You're just so confused, aren't you? This isn't how you imagine your day going. And you find yourself becoming so disheartened, so frustrated, and just so sad that you can't stop yourself from just, well, you just start crying. This is frustrating, isn't it? You just want to follow that rabbit, and you're getting mixed up in all this. It's just not fair. It's not fair. So you just keep crying and you keep sobbing. But as you continue to cry and sob, that's when you notice that you're starting to feel wet. And you look down, and through your tears that continue to stream down your cheeks, you find that your tears are now starting to fill up the hallway. And it's almost like you're filling up a pool or a bathtub. And yet you can't stop crying. Those tears, they're just gushing right down your cheek and down onto the floor, splishing and splashing. And you can feel the water splishing and splashing and lapping at your ankles and lapping at your legs. Of course, there's only one way out of here now, but you better be careful or you're just going to end up drowning in here. I'm going to need you to grab that bottle. Yeah, it's floating right down there, right by your knee. Go ahead and grab it and go ahead and take a drink. Come on, go ahead and hurry up. And now you find yourself shrinking and you're holding tight to the bottle. And you're shrinking and getting smaller and getting smaller and getting smaller. And now you're back to your normal size. And even though you stopped crying, you flooded the place. The water is just so deep. And now you keep shrinking even more. And you keep shrinking again. All the way back to when you were just 3 inches tall all over again. Here now you are holding on tight to the bottle, which is now so much bigger than you are. And that's when you see the door. And you notice that the water is right at the perfect height of the keyhole. So go ahead and start paddling and get closer and closer. And as you do, you can feel the water picking up speed, almost as if rapids are pulling you in. And you find yourself being dragged in closer and closer into that keyhole. And sure enough, you manage to slip right on through the keyhole and deep into the darkness. Deep, deep into the darkness. And now, this is where we come to the end of part 1. There's many more to be sure to come. And we'll continue them soon enough. In the future, when we continue our excursion, I'm going to give you a trigger. And this trigger is the phrase, "Go ask Alice." That's right, go ask Alice. And when I say go ask Alice, you're going to drop 30 times deeper into a peaceful, wonderful state of hypnosis. 30 times deeper when you hear "Go ask Alice." And you'll be ready to begin your journey anew from where we last left off. But for right now, I'm going to count from 1 to 5. When I reach number 5, you'll be wide awake, refreshed, and relaxed. And remembering everything from the journey. And of course, you will recount how you felt and what you enjoyed about it in the comment below. So starting with the number 1, coming up just a little bit. 2, a little bit more, 3, you're almost there. 4, yeah, and 5, wide awake, wide awake. There you go. Welcome back, Alice. That was just part 1, and there's many more to come. I'm sure you know who else is waiting for you in Wonderland.